In 1996, while I was doing my Hajj with my wife, we were supposed to go to Masjid Aqsa after Hajj. I received the information that Sheikh Ahmed Deedat, rahimullah, may Allah grant him Jannah, Jannat al-Firdaus, he received a stroke and he was paralyzed. I immediately cancelled my trip. I told my wife, go back to Bombay. I went to the South African embassy, stamped a visa, and I was the first person from abroad to visit Sheikh Ahmed Deedat when he got the stroke. And he was hospitalized. Then his son requested me, his name is Yusuf Deedat, that my father is supposed to give a series of talk in Cape Town. Can you replace him? I said, how can I give in place of your father? He said, no, the program is organized, people will come. And I went to Cape Town and I gave the talks on behalf of Sheikh Ahmed Deedat in 1996. And then later on I kept visiting him a few times. And I remember in 2020 when I went, and Sheikh Ahmed Deedat's favorite pastime after he got the stroke was watching my video cassettes. So when I went to meet him again in 2020, when he saw me try to cry, and we used to communicate via the eyes. You know, because the person who's in coma, who cannot move around, who had hemiplegia, there's a method of communication, there is a chart. Line number 1, A, B, C, D, E. Line number 2, F, G, H, I, J. Line number 3, it goes on. So if you want to communicate, if he has to say I, 1, 2, he blinks. So second line, F, G, H, I, blink. So every letter you can spell by blinking your eye. So I was communicating with me, he said, I want to give you a message. And he gave that message to me. And that message, it took time, and his son was there. He said, son, my son, what you have achieved in 4 years had taken me 40 years to achieve, alhamdulillah. And then his son took a plaque and he printed this with his thumbprint in 2020 May. Son, what you have achieved in 4 years had taken me 40 years to achieve, alhamdulillah. And that was the biggest award that I got in my life. Sheikh Ahmed Deedat himself, when he was sick, he gave that award to me. He blinked, with the blinking of his eyes, he communicated with his thumb impression. Son, what you achieved in 4 years had taken me 40 years to achieve. And this was because, if you remember, I had asked him, uncle, why are you so aggressive? He said, I'm militant. You can fight the devil in 2 ways, with holy water or with fire. And when I met Sheikh Deedat in the initial part of my dawah, I was multiple times more aggressive, multiple times more militant than Sheikh Deedat. Because young blood. Now also I'm young, mashallah. But that time I was younger. And I did dawah with my students, with my classmates, with my teachers. I got results, but I wasn't happy with it. I said, same matter of Sheikh Deedat. Sheikh Deedat is X amount militant, I'm 10X. Why results so less? Then I changed. Then I became soft. But when I became soft, they knew, oh, this is a lion. A lion need not roar. The king of the jungle need not roar. So I had a mixture. I could be more militant than Deedat. I could be as soft as Sheikh Ahmed, like Dr. Jamal Badwi. You know, so I had a different style. Being humble, when required in debate, be militant. So I gave him one of my lectures on similarities between Islam and Hinduism. And there, you know, some of the Hindus who are belonging to some hardcore fanatic organization, they come and attack you. They're cursing me and I'm smiling. I'm saying, dear brother, and Sheikh Deedat said, my son, how can you smile when they're cursing you? So I told him, you fought the devil with fire, I'm fighting with holy water. At that time, he gave me this plaque. Son, what you have achieved in 4 years had taken me 40 years to achieve. So then I developed a style. You should be as militant as Sheikh Deedat, more militant, be soft, be humble, be logical. So I saw many speakers all over the world. Time will not permit me to speak about them. Variety of speakers. We had the largest video cassette library in the world at that time. About 4,000-5,000. And I used to see various speakers, logic, reason, did my own study. It was a variety. And Alhamdulillah, Sheikh Deedat was the person who changed me from a doctor of a body to doctor of a soul. And Dr. Sheikh Ahmed inspired me to leave my profession. So these two people were the main people who were the inspiration.